Greetings! We are Fellowship Gaming, here to entertain you with yet another tale of daring, disaster, and dimwits. So please grab your favorite drink and perhaps a snack and let us regale you with songs of our misdeeds. Tonight we are playing Pathfinder, which is a D20 high fantasy system. If you would like to see more content, please check us out on YouTube at fellowshipgaming.quest, where you can subscribe and hit that bell notification. If you would like to join us during our live stream, head over to Twitch and give us a follow in order to be a part of our live chat. So tonight we're doing something a little different. We are not going to be continuing Treasures of the Savage Frontier, but we will be doing Majia tonight. So over to you, Justin.
All right, welcome back to Majia, everyone. Last we left off, you guys had come into this smuggler's cave in the secret underground caverns beneath an old, destroyed ruins of an ancient lighthouse on the edge of the shallow sea. A haunted body of water, full, super full of undead creatures. You came in here with four guards on the caravan you were hired to protect over the course of a month on a round on the lower continent. And I'm not looking at the map right now, so I've forgotten all of the names of everywhere. And I'm so
Restrov.
sorry. Restrov, yes, thank you. I'm just going through all my notes, a lot of words rolling through my head. Through the upper portion of the continent of Restrov. And coming to the end, you found the guards that you were with, the Katya, Ukini, Itoke, and Todd. Um, were all concerned by the amount of zombie corpses up on the hill leading down to this secret hideout for whatever their smuggling operation they were involved in. And as you came into the underground, you were also beset by those mysterious parasitic insect monsters, which Komarov named in his. Did Komarov name it in Orcish?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Smutzerk, or what was the translation on that?
Death bug.
Death bug. Yes.
The smart suck.
Smirtzuck. Did I write it wrong? No, I read it wrong. I wrote it correctly.
Yeah.
The Smirtzuck.
I was
And
looking
fighting.
for it. I'm like, I named them. What are they?
I've got a note here. I just read it backwards somehow.
Yeah, I was
Probably
searching
just.
Discord. It was.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it's in Discord. I think it's actually somewhere.
No,
I
I
thought it
put it in
was.
there.
All right, what I
Okay.
missed,
Oh
sir?
yeah,
We're just recapping.
Oh,
yeah. Just a little recap. Um, yeah. So you guys battling through what appeared to be a territorial conflict between the Smirtzuk and the zombies of the Shallow Sea, and also this smuggling operation. You found several people that looked to have been infected by the Smirtzuk larvae, these like sort of big beetle-like creatures that tend to swarm over in sort of a bug out cove where they can get directly into the water, where the boats had been smashed. And then going deeper in, you found a large amount of sort of weaker zombies that seem to be just sort of blocking off areas from the other Smirtzuk, and seemingly people that were enthralled by them or at least working with them to an extent. Some hard, long fighting, and we are here now at the choke point here. Tivin is as big as he's ever been. How,
the normal
how,
size.
how
Mhm.
bigger than normal size.
I know.
Just surrounded by zombie corpses, which are, I guess, normal. They're re corpses. regular human corpses that did not explode or turn into anything else, and then the exploded husk of another Smirtzuck that had been in this room. You guys have moved into this um, large chamber with bookshelves on every side. You see that this area has some it looks like it's been turned over, like there's a lot of things on the ground, but it does appear that this had been at one point in time like sort of a seating area. There were like it's like got couches and like oh, what do you call it, like a beanbag chair in the very far corner.
That's awesome.
Like there's like a
Not
coffee
to be rude,
table,
I don't think they had beanbag chairs, but
the
I get what you
equivalent
mean.
of like
Equivalent of.
yeah, like a bunch of cushions in a corner where it
There
looks
you
like
go.
someone would
Yeah.
to lay, lounge there, maybe if they're reading, you know.
That's where oozes came in from. Is wizards were like, I want comfortable furniture.
Well, I mean, what race would invent beanbag chairs? Like, it would have to be either a tailed race or a race with like elves with no bones.
Yeah, the Cthulhu, they would do it, but
Yeah.
they're not common though.
Mm.
No, they're not common and they're small.
They yeah, they're small. They would have like
Well, yeah.
probably they would settle with other cushions, but I think it depends on where they are. They would probably I think this might be like a future invention, but think about like the Cthulhu and then just sort of like hanging out on bags of rice and one being like, I
Yeah.
kind of dig that.
Yeah.
If I shape this slightly,
I'm like, oh, this could be a better material, and maybe it could not be edible, so that pests don't come in. You know, I can workshop that. But maybe we'll come to there. But yeah, you guys are here in this. You haven't explored the library, which is the room Katha and Magnus are in, and then the other room, which appears to be flooded, but like, it doesn't seem like an unused room, but you know, the water does sort of leave it a little poor, poor in taste for like living purposes.
did I don't remember. It's been so long. The rubble would give Tivin something to kind of want to look at.
I
I
thought
think
you
I
looked
may
at
have
it.
asked if it was worked or if it was collapsed or something.
The rubble actually looks old. It looks like this is just part of their like whatever renovations they were doing to this because the building the tunnels you're in are under a very old structure, and it looks like they've been cleaning it up and then it got wrecked again, and they just hadn't needed that hallway necessarily because from where Katha is standing, she can see that there's another way to get to that intersecting hallway.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
That
so
answers I think Tivin would have just curious if it had been recent, but yeah, it totally makes sense if it was just rubble.
yeah, it looks old and like they were trying to make it a more usable space before they addressed that.
Fair enough. Excuse.
Mhm.
How long does is it enlarged or what some
Yeah,
was
it's
it Brian and
Mike
Cass
said
or
Mike
Mike
said
did
it
it?
lasts 5
Mike
minutes. So
did.
you've got like 4-ish minutes of being big.
Yeah.
How
I
deep is the
remember
water
that.
in B8?
It's only about it's only about like shin deep on a medium-sized creature. So
So my foot.
yeah, so you're at this point you're like not quite to the ceiling because you're still shorter than like a giant, but you don't have a problem. You wouldn't have had a problem like moving through that. It just sort of would have been annoying, but it wouldn't have been a mechanical disadvantage. So as you step in, you step over these zombie corpses. You see on the other end of the wall here, um, because oh wait, who has the light sources?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I
Katha
No.
has one.
Yeah, Kayla has the light source. That's what the other aura is
That's
around.
one
Right?
of the
Mhm.
secondary orders. I think the yellow's the
Okay.
light.
Yeah, Tivin can see this because Tivin has dark vision. Tivin's a dwarf. But you can see that there's sort of like there's a door on the other side of this here that has some scratch marks in it.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, it doesn't look like this room is super used. Like, if anything, this might have been like a training room, like just sort of an empty space where otherwise you can't like live because it's too wet. But you know,
And there doesn't
the,
seem to be any inflow. Like I don't notice where water is coming from, just that it's pooled here.
go ahead and make a survival check, unless you have another skill that might be more specific to that if you want to sort of see where the water's coming from.
No, I'll roll survival, but also I'll be like, "Hey, water boy."
Water.
That's fair.
Oh, that is fair.
You've been demoted to water boy.
High
Or
quality, too
promoted.
low.
Promoted from Komarov, a named companion, to water boy. You
I'm
don't
sorry, I
see,
watched Adam Sandler movies last night, so
yeah. You don't see a current coming in through this
oh,
area. You like your presence and like the zombies having run through. Like the water is not settled yet after sort of a little bit of excitement going on. But you don't see an obvious current where the water could be coming through. It appears to be pretty stagnant.
all right.
That wasn't a great roll. No. More hit points
For who?
for me because
Oh,
I was hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of you.
I'm a little hurt,
Yeah,
not.
you start healing yourself, and Alexandra comes over and is like fussing with his medical pack, and he's like, everyone can sit down. Let's come into the library where there are chairs. Let's come into this area, and I'll sort of check
I'll be
in
right
on everyone. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna take an extra minute to investigate this door while I'm. I know I don't have to worry about the water, even normal size, but I've never been so emboldened. But
oh yeah,
The
I've never cared
enlargement
so little
has
about water
gone to
before.
his head.
taking advantage. All right, so you walk up to the door. Go ahead and make a
Yeah,
perception check.
thank you. I was like, I want to investigate the scratches because you made a comment about them.
Mhm.
All right, come on, come on, D20,
Say-
bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're looking at is a door that's it's a hard wooden door that's been in the
Yeah.
water so long that it's sort of like sucked the water up all the way through the door. So like looking at it, I think you don't have a good grasp of the material as
It's
well
wood.
as maybe
I
another
know. I
person
ignore
would.
wood. It's not
You're
stone.
you're like
Inferior. Ah.
you're like it in the water. It immediately failed, even though Tivin is like it's worthless as soon as it's wet.
Yeah, this is dumb.
Yeah, so you walk away from the door. You head back in. So Leoxandra will take some time. How long do you guys want to be in the room? And is anyone else doing anything while Komarov is getting healed?
Well, does anyone else look really hurt?
No,
I'm good.
I got healed really well by Alexander just before we ended. So
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
he had a crit battle medicine.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah. I think I'll just relax and stay vigilant so you can reduce the spell effect on me, and I'll watch over everybody while they take their 10 minutes to do whatever they need to do.
Oh,
yeah,
whoops.
because Kaith is a bit hurt, so if she can get a chance, she'll just lay on hands herself, and then she'll take the time to refocus and get her focus points back.
So Kathos starts meditating. Alexandra is fussing over Komarov and is like, this place is so much worse than I thought it was going to be, and I did not have high expectations. Just like sort of fussing over you and like muttering to both of you quietly.
Well, I think all of us were surprised to see the Zmertzak here.
You say this, and
Yeah.
he's looking at you, and he's like, "What is that? What are you
Oh,
talking about?"
I have named the evil bugs.
And that's when he puts it together. Like he does speak. He's been studying orc. He does not speak orc, but he's like, "Oh, yeah, okay. Now I see what you did. Yeah, no, that's good. That's very clever. I'm glad to have a proper name for them now."
Kind
And
of looks warily at Karumo over there, and he's like, maybe I call the ones taken over by bugs smart spell after someone. Hmm.
Go ahead and heal 14 hit points as you're sitting there having this quiet conversation. Kathaw's meditating. Magnus, what are you doing?
While they're doing all their stuff, I can just kind of take a look through the bookcases here.
Oh, I reloaded my page entirely. It's trying. It's chugging. This is the better computer. I don't know what just happened. And by better computer, I mean Hannah's computer. Yeah, go ahead and make if you have like academia lore, library lore, you can use just perception if you would like.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what lures I had. Let's see. I have both of them. I'll just do the library.
Yep.
Ooh, that
Big
3.
money.
Big, big, big ups for Magnus in your element. Magnus, you're exhausted. There have been so many zombies. The Smirtzuk are really scary to fight. They move jitterily. They spit acid. There is a
They
not
explode.
insignificant amount. They explode. There is acid damage on some of these. Some of the cushions are covered in mucus that when you're touching it, it feels like it starts to harden as you move. Like the more you struggle, it's sort of like working a resin, like working oxygen into a resin and like having to pull your hand away from some of the books. It cracks and shatters. Um, so a lot of what you're looking at has been disturbed, and I think it's more than anything a little distracting. Is anyone else hurt? So 10 minutes go by. Um, uh, Tivin, go ahead and make a perception check while everyone else is sort of getting healed, looking through the books, and meditating.
You could also not roll. There.
You could not roll if you would like. You
Yeah.
don't have to do.
I just assumed it was going to roll another 3 for us, so
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's why.
Mm-hmm.
But you rolled good. Good boy.
You rolled well. Yeah. So you are listening. So you're listening, and how far does your dark vision go? Is there a distance assigned to that anymore?
No, not for
No.
second edition.
No.
Okay.
Like, there's some vague guidelines, but it's like
Yeah.
hundreds of feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna impose sort of one. Tivin, your perception check reveals you can hear shuffling down the hallway. So like you see where the ground starts to get into more water damage on the stone. That so this is work stone. These are like proper tiles, but like where the water damage is, they've been eroded away. Then you can see as soon as it starts to other water, you see figures that are like vague in the shadows in the water, sort of shuffling back and forth. And you hear one heavy, big footstep amongst the rest of the shuffling in like what sounds like it might also be ankle, shin deep water, maybe knee deep for Koromo and Komarov.
Mm.
I will. So we have. Oh yeah, I was like, they're gone now. I was gonna say I'll whisper to the halfling, but they're not there anymore.
Yeah. On that point, you're like,
Do I
oh
have
yeah,
the guards with me?
oh yeah, they sorry, they also come in. I just
Yeah.
left everyone in the hallway.
I'll start a whisper chain with them to alert everybody else that there's motion coming from the northwest.
Okay. Shoot, do you guys know who stayed outside? I think Todd came inside because I think it's funny that his name is Todd. I think
Hold
it's
on, hold
Ukini.
on.
I don't remember. I know that there's
It's one of the Varst, because Katya is here. She's the archer.
Mm.
I was gonna say I know that there's a bowman, but I don't remember anybody else.
Stardon did not come in that I know of. I think
I
it's
think
Katia,
Stardon-
Todd, and Itoki.
Yeah, I didn't even know
Yeah,
they had.
Ukini's the one that stayed with the goods, the traveling
Yeah.
with the carts.
The caravan, yeah.
Yeah, with the caravans. So you're starting this whisper chain, and you're thinking to yourself like, "Oh, that water might be a little deep for our small companions." You look around, and um, Ravenspell has left. He's gone. He's not in the room.
Hmm. Um, maybe he decided to head home.
Yeah.
We're fairly
Yeah,
close.
that would be good. Maybe final. I don't want to say final prayers, but or what's it called? Getting shit in order. I can't remember.
Final affairs.
Mm.
Or, he's being controlled by the bugs since he says they were whispering to him.
Oh no!
Well,
Did we just did we kofefe this? Uh oh.
That was like the last thing he said. The final words of Korumo Ravenspell is, I hear them too. So, you know, maybe Cage was a good idea, huh?
Maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
No, he liked the cage. He
Oh,
had
okay.
lots of fun in there.
Oh,
mm,
you've convinced me. All right then. I'm I'm what they call
I
easy.
think your
Well,
ways are strange, Orc.
well, this is very true. All of us are strange. Either way, we probably can't catch him because he has a big bird that moves a lot faster than us feet.
Unfortunately, you're right.
Well, we definitely won't
He
see him
was.
leading an army of bugs to our doorstep later.
Who knows what we'll see later.
Mhm.
I
Time will
hope he
tell.
returned to his people, and maybe we will run into him again at some point.
Oh, yes.
I hope
Happy.
as friends, though.
Mhm. Maybe he will fight off voices. Maybe he will decide to eat people.
I'd have to
I
put a
don't.
stop to that.
I don't know. And he points at the corpses of the humans taken over by the bugs. These didn't seem to be hungry, so I don't know what they want.
I'm surprised this light's not attracting him.
Hmm. Maybe they are not like uh what is the winged ones at night that go after light.
Like a bat? Are you talking
Something
Oh
about a
like
no,
bat?
I think he means those little insects that are kind of fluffy and furry
mhm,
that get too close to torches and burn really well.
mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah, the moth, the moth.
Moth, yes.
Moths. Mm.
Mhm.
I think Magnus is the only one that might properly know what a moth is out of the party, but Leoxandra knows what moths are because he's a
Mhm.
um an amateur entomologist and a parasite enthusiast.
Mhm.
Well, he definitely found the right group.
Super lucky. Um,
He just goes on, yeah, there's moths that burrow into your fingernails. We're like, please stop. No more, no more tidbits, please.
actually, a lot rarer for a moth to be a moth and a parasite, but it does happen. He talks for like a long time. Magnus, you're looking through these. You're looking through the bookshelves, and a lot of it has been destroyed. A lot of it is covered in this like sticky gunk. Katya walks over and she points out like um, a bunch of unfinished papers in the corner, in the pile of cushions, that the lounge area. And she says, "Can you read this script here? It looks like more spell work."
Oh, yeah, I'll take a look at those.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check. Um, it's up in the corner over here. Sort of. You make your rounds over here, and she, in looking through the room, comes over and points this out to you because your library check was so poor. Um, Magnus, you identify these as unfinished scrolls of bind undead.
Oh, more of that.
There were. It looks like they were making them in like 6 or 7 at a time, but like in line. So writing the first line 7 times and then going to the second line and doing all the equations that way. You find one finished one and then like a binder clip where a bunch of other sheets of paper, and they are finished scrolls. So you find one bind undead, one spell that I'm just gonna tell you the name of these, but you can articulate it however you want. So you find one finished scroll of Bind Undead. You find a scroll of Schadenfreude.
Nice.
Uh, you find a scroll of Fold Metal, and you find a scroll
No, that's a
that.
joke. He didn't find a scroll of Schadenfreude, did he?
No, that's real. That's
Are
a
you
spell.
kidding me? That's an
No,
actual
Yeah.
thing?
yeah, no, it's really funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a reaction. Mike can
Mhm.
explain them to you in character. You also find a scroll that has a silly cartoon toad up in one of the corners and just a smiley face. Um, and there's no name of this spell written. This looks like freehand. This is not like
Oh, damn.
equations, but with your 24 Arcana, you're looking at it and it looks like this scroll or the spell, if you cast the spell using the scroll or otherwise, would just fill an area with toads.
Huh.
That's amazing.
Someone
100 toads.
Yeah, it's
conjure
called
toad.
500. It's called 500 toads, Mike. You can look that up. So you find 5 scrolls, and you see evidence of sort of an assembly line of. You find like these scrolls. The only scrolls that are around and unfinished are of Bind Undead.
Hmm.
So they were mass producing scrolls of Bind Undead, and then whoever's like work this is, they left these other scrolls behind.
Interesting. So they have some interesting stuff going on here.
You mean besides the invasion of dead and bugs?
Yep.
I wonder if they mean to use the toads as a method of implementation. I don't know.
Uh,
No, that's giving them far too much credit.
Maybe they were just gonna bind a whole bunch of undead toads.
Oh damn. Maybe.
No, they probably enslaved the toads because toads eat bugs.
Oh,
I don't think these toads are going to be big enough for these bugs.
It's like the rich Minralthans who get pet tigers and stuff like that.
I don't think anyone gets pet tigers.
He called himself the king of tigers, I believe.
Oh, I've heard of that one. They
Mhm.
say he's slightly insane.
Yes,
I think
as
slightly
are
is giving him
most
a lot of
people in
credit.
Minraltha.
it's mortal nemesis.
Mhm.
Carol of the Baskins.
So Katha, you sort of mention that it's weird that they're not attracted to the light. Um, one of the other guards, Itoke, is like, um, it did not seem like they would leave the other room either, even though they were only one hallway apart. Maybe they've been given directions?
Mm.
Is this possible?
I mean, anything's
Was
possible.
someone a necromancer? Or a priest of Hrothgar?
Katya, the Brawl archer, says, no. They have, um, well, maybe necromancer. They have, she gestures to what Magnus has shown you. Um, but this feels like very much loss of control, catastrophic failure, too many undead. Um, maybe they bind them to create a wall and prevent others from coming up too close to see that there are living people in the tower. They would not have, she counts on her fingers, all the ones you fought, almost 12, I think, because you had the like pile in the lower room and then the like pile over in the flooded room as well. This is too reckless. This is a very quiet um, position to hold for their business ventures.
They're not gonna find out anything standing in this room, so if we're ready to move forward, let's move forward.
I think we're good there. Yeah.
Yes, so I'm sure. Did you guys know these smuggler peoples? Were they the one? Were they capable of writing magic words?
I know some of them. She you remember that you have the a magic weapon that was off of a brawl, and she knew that guy. She was concerned that that guy was the leader of the sect here, whatever this smuggling operation was.
Mhm.
Um, I don't remember the name I gave him. I'll be honest with you there.
And
I don't remember that guy's name.
that's fine.
It's okay.
Um,
We don't either.
but yeah, but she knew him, and she knew a few other people, sort of passingly. They were
Yeah.
not normally like, she's like, this is as far as I've ever been. There's more rooms, but this was sort of night stop off for bad weather, and then we move on. Because the area listed as B6 looked like it was like sort of a bunk area. Like there were
Mhm.
people's personal effects. You found a bunch of potions in there.
Well,
So forward.
yep, forward.
All right. Mike, where do you want to be in the line?
Let's see. I will be
Uh,
right there.
Yeah, because the homies all got their crossbows and bows out. Alexander will come up right behind you. Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. That's better. It was zooming the entire. It was not just zooming the map. It was zooming the entire web page, which was weird. So you guys start to move forward. How do you approach? What is everyone's exploration activities?
I mean, raise shield.
Yeah.
I search.
Searching.
I'm trying to remember. Let's see.
Is there one for recall knowledge?
Investigate.
Investigate.
Investigate. Okay.
Um.
Hey,
hmm.
man, I don't want to fight the Hulk.
Well, let's see how you approach the next scene.
I will
Um,
be doing the detect magic. Like I think it says it like that you do it like
Yeah. Oh,
every like
yeah.
other minute or
It's
something like
perform
that, or
similar to raise shield.
yeah.
It's perform an action that slows you a little bit, but
What?
Mm,
That is not actually what it is. Whatever. Um,
It's just called detect magic.
all right, so you guys are moving up, and as you get a little closer, Tibbin, you can clearly see where this sort of like wash of more really basic zombies are filling this room. This looks like a room that is sort of a communal bathing room. The water here is a little cleaner, and you can definitely see where there's like water coming up,
Okay.
like whatever, like this is connected to the shallow sea, but this looks like it might be cleaner, more usable water, just from what you can see. Except for the undead standing in it. But we're gonna roll initiative here.
Mm,
Mike, you don't detect any magic. Kay thought you were investigating. Was there something specific you were trying to recall?
um, when I see something, I'm gonna try and recall knowledge on it.
Okay.
So if it's within my area of expertise, I'm trying to recall knowledge when I
Okay.
see it.
Yes. Oh. All right. The guards.
mm,
I know how I'm gonna handle it. Makes sense. We've got a really killer initiative bonus. Okay, so you guys are approaching this room that's just full of zombies. You guys are not surprised by anything. Tivin was aware of them, and now he can at least see them. But there's no light source in this room. So use that knowledge for what it's worth. Komarov, you go first.
okay. So we'll just attack this one. Uh, we'll make a
Does
bow out of
Komarov
wire.
have dark vision?
Yeah.
So while you're in the bright light, you can't see really well beyond it.
Okay.
I mean,
Mm,
it still gives dim light out to 40 feet, so
Okay.
which is
And that would absolutely
there.
allow you to target someone.
okay. We'll do action water and do a nice big miss as we do, and follow that up with yeah, yeah.
12.
There we go.
Oh, come on, where'd you go? I just have so many pages open. A 12 actually hits.
Yeah. Well, I'll take it. Oh, so we'll do. Let's see. I have all my damage types. We'll do acid as the wire eats away at them.
Right, was it
Damage.
the Upper
He
or
has
lower one
5.
there?
The upper one. This one.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you do 5 damage to that one. And that sort of like gets all of them sort of moaning in a chorus. Like it cries out as its flesh is peeling apart, and then they all "Ooh," like just start to call together. Um, anything else Komarov can do?
No, that's 3 actions.
All right, we move to Magnus.
All right. Well, let's just go ahead and do this. And then I will do that.
Okay.
I see things.
Alexandra. Yeah, you can now see better. Alexandra is actually just going to sort of move over here, sort of hiding behind this over there, and he's got like another scalpel drawn, or rather, his combat scalpel retrieved after having thrown it at that guy. Um, so he comes over here, weapon drawn, and is just going to wait there. He's not really that keen on getting up into the mix without everyone else there with them.
Mhm.
And we move to Kefa.
Okay. Um, check. Okay. 5. Okay. So she can see him there. Guess that means a religion check to identify him.
Yes. You identify pretty easily things you fought before. These are not complex zombies. This is just a lot of basic zombies. Um,
Okay.
so no. So slow moving, kind of a bad deal if they can grab you, because the bite is worse than the punch. But they only have their like 2 actions: weakness to slashing damage and vitality damage, just like you've seen in the other rooms. Um, so nothing exotic going on.
Okay. Well, I don't have enough actions to ready, so she'll just kind of wait there for them.
Okay.
Because if nothing else, she'd rather them come to her than her go to them.
Yeah, full choke point again. It worked out last time.
Yeah.
All
Speaking
right,
of
and mhm.
double move
Divin.
there, ray shield.
Oh, no. Okay, so move up. Next up is
Unless Kesa wants me next to her.
Uh, wherever you want to go, I can maneuver to get where I need to be.
All right. I'm good there then.
Oh, did you move into your stance?
Oh, actually, let me remember.
Because
yeah, do you want
wouldn't
to
it
raise your shield, or
be
does getting in your stance
be
Oh yeah,
automatically raise your shield?
let's do ever stance because that way I can reactive shield if I need to.
All right. So Tibin moves up, entering his combat stance, the dwarven tradition of the phalanx. Even though nobody else here uses a shield, he's doing his best. The zombie Hulk skirts wide around and comes up right here where you're within his reach, but has no more actions. He's lumbering forward, holding what looks to be a human corpse like a club. And this guy looks like he's not been dead very long.
did.
This doesn't look like a zombie. This looks like someone that lived here. That he's sort of wielding as though to swing it down on Tivin when his turn comes around again. And then it moves to the shambling zombies. So we're going to start with the closest one, which is going to move straight up to Tivin and make a strike with a 4. The 11 doesn't do anything. It moves, it strikes, it misses. This one is going to move up. That one gets a 28, though.
I'll reactive shield so I don't get critical.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually only a 27.
Either way.
Yeah. I'm just correcting myself. So that one gets you for 9 bludgeoning damage and does not have enough actions to grab you. Because it moves, it lunges out, punches Tivin with his shield up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15. This one moves all the way around. It looks like it's looking at Tivin, but now it's in base with Katha, but it has no more actions. So it just crowds in. This one here. I don't know if Tivin has reactive. Oh no, used a reaction, huh? So that one's going to attempt to strike you as it moves into space. 17? I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah. And the last one.
It is currently 21.
21. Okay, perfect. That one moves in. That one does get another hit off on you as it moves into the corner there for 6 bludgeoning.
All right.
So they all move forward. We move back to Komarov. Komarov, your allies have choked the choke point again, are locked up. Tivin is surrounded by these flailing zombies, and there's one very large one here. Now that the light is clear, you can see that these things are like destroyed by the salt water, and it looks like they have recent battle wounds that are actually you know what? I already said it. It looks like these guys have been repaired in some way after having already received damage. So like you see evidence of stitch work on them now that they're in the bright light. Brian, are you muted or are you just being quiet?
I was muted. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought
So
so.
we'll move there. We'll attack the zombie up top. Yeah.
The
That-
12 o'clock.
Yeah, this one.
21 does hit, but it does not quite crit. And you're doing what kind of damage?
We're going to be doing. I forgot it's limited. So we'll do piercing damage with the earth.
Alrighty.
And
It seems to
then
take all of that.
we'll do the water blade.
11 misses.
Yeah, that's okay. Alright,
Oh.
that's my 3.
All right. We move back to Magnus.
All right, let's see. We'll start off by moving up a
Magnus,
bit.
I think you may have already had Dark Vision
I
cast.
think you did.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't mark it off on my thing, and so
Oh, then we'll call it good. Because I'm pretty sure you had cast it earlier because you had the same problem in the previous choke point. But if it wasn't marked off, then
yeah.
then it's the same. You know.
All right, and then
and you-
let's go with the big guy
uh-huh.
and this guy. I'm gonna give him some little electricity going on.
One, two, three.
Okay, so the little one gets a natural 1, so critical fail, and the other one gets 7, which means it avoids the critical fail. So the big one takes that 6 damage. Oh, come on. Why are you doing that? Just want all this damage. Okay. And then the little one takes 12. So that one had already been damaged. It's still up, but now it's like the electricity damage is very apparent. It's not like the bones are now really exposed, and the ribs, it can't hold itself together super well anymore. Can Magnus do anything else?
Nope, that's my 3.
All right. We move to Leoxandra, who's with Kathaw there now, bolstering him. He's going to step forward and attack with the scalpel, trying to capitalize on the slashing damage that he has seen them have a weakness to. And he just goes like, "Ha!" Really loud. He crits.
Nice.
He crits with his dumb little scalpel, hitting it right in the neck, doing 4, 5, 6, 6 damage, adding up to 11 damage. So step, slash, then one more. That's another hit, but this one is not a. Actually, it. Oh, their AC is so low. It actually is a second. He does another 11 damage to it, killing that one. Oh, just methodically with a scalpel, removing its head from like kind of behind Kathaw's armored reptilian form. Like, I got it. I'm helping.
You are.
He
You're
is.
very good at this.
He methodically saws its head off. We moved to Kathaw.
Okay, well, plan B. 5-foot step. And swing at that one.
Guys are ruining all my fun.
16 hits, takes 11 damage. It takes 16 damage from your bastard sword. It is still up, but it is not holding together very well.
Okay, alright. Well,
A 9 misses.
that's fine.
All right. All right, Tivin, you're beset on previously on all sides,
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
now Kathon steps up.
All right. First thing we're gonna do is taunt the giant.
Okay.
So I believe that's a wisdom. I can't remember. This.
Wilson.
Are you
Wilson.
rolling against them, or do they roll against you? I can't remember.
They rolled a
will save
Wilson.
against my class DC,
Okay.
which is
Natural 3,
T.
9 total.
So they fail. So penalty -2. +2 to attack me, -2 to attack everybody else, and other DC, whatever it says, what it says. But
Okay.
it lets me do other things as well. And then, well, unfortunately, because you guys killed the thing that was flanking with me, I can't do my reversal strike thingy. But I will Everstand strike. Against the one to the north that's already been hit.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll click that, and then I'm going to strike. Everstand, yes. First one. Yeah, well,
That kills it.
yeah,
That destroys it.
great. And it auto raises my shield because I hit.
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh, that's what's really killer about Everstand.
Yeah. So that's 2 taunt and strike. Because Everstand strike is a strike with the ray shield, and then I have one more action. So let's. Should I step or should I do something else?
If you move here, the zombies might flank you.
Zombies aren't smart enough to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, as long as they're in reach. Like,
I
the only
think I
reason he's
am
playing
gonna step.
forward is because of space.
I think I'm gonna step just because I don't want the
Giant to
lead.
take a swing
Yeah.
when he moves in. But I
Well,
don't.
so now that he's taunted, he can't leave. He can't move out of my reach.
Mhm.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, any other actions from Tivin?
No, that's all three.
All right.
Yeah.
Move to the zombie Hulk.
Does your taunt like, you were better acted as Edward Norton?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You're less Edward
Wild.
Norton and more Eric Bana.
Well, I like that movie. It's
I
not
do
great,
too.
but it's
Still the
fun.
worst Hulk.
Okay. So it is going to.
Well, I imagine he's just gonna pepper me.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna swing its corpse down against Tivin first, and then Kathos second. So I'm gonna give you augmented numbers. Tivin, you've
It has
got the plus
13
two, and it has a -2 against Kathoth. Is that right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So against Tivin, it is a 27.
All right.
And against Katha, it is a 19. Nope. This would be the -2. It does not have any.
So
Oh, not 2. 14, 12.
As it hits Tivin.
Okay. And then the damage total. Sorry, I said like a high number, and I for some reason forgot I actually have to roll damage. So it's 19 bludgeoning against
Okay.
Tivin. It misses Katha. And then you block an amount of that, and then Kathar relieves an amount of that. And then it's going to follow up with a second swing against Tivin and then Komarov. But this is at its lowest penalty both times, because it does not have any wording saying against that. So this is minus all of that. So
That's
against Tivin, it is an 18. Against Komarov, it is a 19, which lowers itself to So if it's an 18 against Tivin, it's a 20 against Tivin, and if it's a 19 against Komarov, it's a 17 against
yeah,
Komarov.
20 doesn't hit.
And 17 hits.
It does hit? Okay.
Yeah.
So it swings this corpse and clocks Komarov for, wow, it's rolling like garbage, for 14 bludgeoning damage. Just cracked across the head.
Ouch.
Shit. Hold on. Sorry. That has nothing. It's it has that I clicked that on accident. I'm trying to read other stuff.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So it swings down, hitting Tivin a little bit. Tivin's in the way for Katha, and then it swings kind of over Tivin as he's blocking up, and like the arm of the corpse swings up and slaps Komarov right in the face in like a really, if it wasn't so gruesome, comical way. And then we move to the Shamblers, and they all have someone in their reach. So the northmost one is going to attack Tivin with a
Hold
12.
on, I'm trying to do math. So it did 19 to me, you said, damage wise? The bludgeoning?
Yes. But then it was reduced by Katha's ability.
6.
That's by 6, so that's 13.
I further reduce it to 2 by 2. So that puts it at
11.
11. And then my shield hardness is 10. So both me and the
1.
shield 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Both you and the shield take 1 damage out of the 19 you would have taken.
all right.
Um,
I was like, I'm trying to do math, but there's a lot of talking going on, and my brain is going, I don't know. Okay, we're good.
That's fair. Okay. So the zombie next to you slaps ineffectually against your shield, and then gets a natural 20 for a 26 on its last attack. Nope, I'm sorry, 22.
Yeah, it hits.
Which means it is a normal crit because it would have hit normally by 1. So you take just 9 bludgeoning damage. It does not have the actions to grapple you. This one beneath you is, I'm going to do odds, evens. Tiffin is odds. Evens, Katha. Katha, the center one is going to go for you. First attack is a natural 20.
God dang it.
Wow.
Hey, if I'm rolling hot, it should be with the mooks, right? You take 9 damage. And then it will use its last action to try and grapple you with the grab ability. Its athletics check is 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are now grappled by the center one there. Now let me read the. Oh, that's pretty specific. Okay. And the southernmost one is going to attempt to hit Katha with your off guard.
Mhm.
20.
Yep.
Okay. So that one is 8. Yeah, the other one's crate, and they only did 9, and this one did 8 on a normal.
Oh, God dang it.
um, and then this one will also attempt to grapple you because that's what they want to do, but this one rolls a 5, so it's 12 total.
And that's against Fort?
I believe
Yeah.
that's against your Fort DC.
Okay, so yeah, that doesn't succeed.
Yeah, so this one clocks you, and while it's trying to get a hold of your armor to pull you into its teeth, the other one is pulling you in the other direction, and it sort of pulls it out of the other one's hands. Komarov.
Yeah. The giant, he was the one that I shield blocked, so he's off guard.
Okay.
I mean, he gets to choose off guard or move, but I figured he can't move because he's.
Yeah, no, that it absolutely chooses to stay as close to you as possible. Like as much as these things can make a choice, they're gonna do the one that gives them the best reach to meet, if that makes sense.
But I knew that other people got to go after me, so I wanted it to be known that he was off guard.
Yes, of course.
And then last thing, Keitha's revealing light causes dazzled, so
-1 to hit.
no, it's a flat check to hit.
Yeah, a 5.
DC 5. So
Okay,
I just want to make sure I got hit or not.
You did
Oh.
not.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You
I've
got
never
missed.
seen that work.
Wow.
You don't play with tunnel
Really
often then.
Defending job, guys.
Way to rules lawyer your way out of that. No, that's good. It's good. It's good to be reminded. It's been a minute.
There were like 10 abilities happening on the
Yeah, no, everyone
default
used
attack.
all of their reactions. I was using special abilities. I was reading a lot of text. I'm glad you caught that. And yeah, as a GM that wants you guys to succeed, I'm glad you didn't get hit. As a GM that wants it to be exciting, boo on you.
Hey, I'm
Conrad
just
third.
glad to see a DC 5 flat check fail. I don't see that
Not often.
It's not, yeah, it's not very often.
Depends on who you play with.
Nah, that's true. We'll just go after the one grabbing Katha.
Uh-huh.
Those aren't great.
The 18 does hit that one.
Alright, so we'll do
This
slashing with the water.
slashing damage does a lot more. It's still up, but these things don't have a ton of hit points. You just have to get through them. All 3 of them look pretty equally hurt.
Mhm.
But yeah, you come up and you cut that thing pretty deep, and it's not quite letting go of Katha. It's still reaching up with the teeth. Sort of, I see sort of Katha like elbow out with the like armor, just sort of keeping its head away, trying to get an angle to swing the sword down. And you come up and you cut the side of it super deep, just sort of like salt water and desiccated gut matter spills out into what is otherwise like cleaner water.
Mhm.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Now this is no longer a bathing place with spring water.
I-
Anything else you can do?
No, I stepped and then 2 attacks.
Okay. Perfect. We move to Magnus.
All right. First action, I don't think it'll work much, but I will try to attempt to recall knowledge on the big boy.
The big boy.
Yeah, I'm only have a +2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that for me.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to roll because it is technically a secret check.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'll usually let people know, like for this scene, I'm gonna roll the secret checks, but otherwise, you are free to do it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, these
Sure.
didn't work.
What do you want to know? What do you want to know about it?
We'll
We
just
can
go
see.
with weaknesses.
Weaknesses, slashing, vitality. I'll give you you've fought this thing before, so I'll give you sort of the whole rundown. This is big boy is big boy. Big zombie is big. That's kind of all of it.
Yeah,
They've got a lot of hit points.
yeah,
Um,
that's
they're weak to slashing, and they can hit kind of multiple people at once, and they can also throw corpses as a ranged attack, which uses their strength. So they're equally good at range as long as they have ammo, but ammo has to be corpses. They can also throw. This is mostly just funny. I think I might have done it once. They can also throw any zombie, but it hurts the zombie too. So
Yeah.
sometimes they will throw a zombie at you, and then you'll have to deal with now the zombie that hit you.
Mhm.
Um, but other than that, you're looking at this thing, and what you're seeing is like a kind of a fresher giant corpse than the other ones you've seen. Like this one looks a little newer.
All right.
Like
Well,
it's still got water damage, but its dress looks a little more modern than some of the other. What remains of its clothing look like a little more modern in their style than some of the older zombies you see, which could be decades old. This one looks like it might be. It's hard to tell with the water damage, but not decades.
all right. Well, we will do our last 2 actions to do that at it. We'll send some skipping stones to do slashing damage.
15 exactly hits. You hit it for 17 with
Oh,
the weakness there.
and then since I successfully identified it, there's the extra sneak attack damage.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Um, it loses 5 more. You do a full 20.
It was also off guard, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Which means you hit even easier.
I was hoping to
Yeah,
see if I could get the crit with the sneak attack.
yeah, that's always sick. Yeah, you do a big chunk of damage to this thing that is otherwise uninjured. Um, Anything else you can get into?
No, that's my 3.
All right. Alexander is going to hold his turn until someone asks him for help or until like sort of a space opens up. So he's holding. Tifa? Oh, you know what? I forgot about the guys in the back here.
Guard.
They're golf
That's
clapping in the
okay.
back.
They're golf clapping.
They move up
Go
slow. They
team!
move up slow. Yeah, they're like, you can do it. Tifa, you're up.
Okay. She's gonna swing at the one that's grabbing her.
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
Destroyed. Absolutely destroyed.
No grabby.
Okay, so the one directly in front of her, she's gonna take a swing at since it did it hit her.
Well, the zombies are multiplying.
I need to know how much ammo is there just in case. 18 hits, you destroy it. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. I want to know where they are if they come into play.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, you destroyed 2 of them,
Gorgeous.
and this one was
She's gonna
actually
move
next
to
where you
there.
came from. Yep. You move up. Zombies don't get reactions. We move to Tivin.
All right. well. Let's Everstand strike
Mhm.
the
Are you
giant.
going for the? Oh, you're going for big boy.
Yeah, of course I am. I mean, he's the only one that hurt me.
Yeah, that's fair. The rest of them really couldn't. It was a low chance.
Ah, no. Should I hero
All right,
point that?
That's up to you.
you.
I
I'm good
I
here.
might.
Hero point! If I get another nat one, I'll kill myself.
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't put that
please
out
don't.
there.
I just delete Tibbin's token.
Yeah,
All right,
16 hits.
16 off guard.
Doing 8 damage. It seems to take all of that, but nothing extra.
That's fine. It just means I get to raise my shield for free.
Uh-huh.
Man, I still got 2 actions. I got so much stuff I can do. Yeah, I'm not being flanked by anybody, so let's just shield bash the giant again. Why not? So this would be 2. Yeah, sure. Why not?
21 is not quite a crit, but 12 is pretty good as far as damage goes.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Do I have any other actions? I don't think I do. Oh wait. Do I have to retaunt it? Shit.
I thought it lasted a while. I don't know why I thought that.
Till the beginning of your next turn. So I'm going to
Oh, okay.
taunt the giant.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
it's going to make a
will
will
DC
save.
15.
This one is a 22. Surprisingly willful, the
All right.
big
So
one.
that it's -1. Go check. Failure. Not a crit failure. It's just a failure.
Uh,
That makes it a success. So until the beginning, +2 attack me, -1 to attack anybody else.
okay, cool.
So
Um,
a crit success would be no unaffected.
Yeah. So not as good as a bonus as the last time. Last action from Tiven.
That's all 3. That was
Oh.
Everstand strike, another shield boss against him, and then the taunt.
All right. So it is going to swing, just because you guys are adjacent to each other, it's going to swing at Tiven and Komarov again. So we're going Tiven first because that's where the taunt is. 27.
All right, I'm going to shield block.
And I will flash of grandeur that.
Beautiful.
And then total of 16 with the penalty to Komarov.
No, that will hit.
That will hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with Tiven's damage. You can remove what you need to from this. Oh, it rolled way
I
better
just need
this
to
time.
know if it's 18 or higher damage wise.
It is now 20. It
The
rolled
damage?
a little better. Yeah,
Oh, dang. Okay.
yeah,
So I
20
take-
bludgeoning.
Yeah. I take 2. Did 38, and then my shield takes 2.
And then against Komarov, it is 19, nope, 18 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Oh, let's roll that mischance.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't get it. I only got it because that was the second attack last turn.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, okay. Because this is one action. It is hitting
Yeah.
you at the same time. Um,
Oh, isn't it dazzled still?
It's dazzled, but it doesn't deal with the mischance until it does a second attack.
yeah, because it
Yeah.
like already hit you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not retroactive. Yeah, there are abilities that are retroactive, but usually they're like yeah, casting a spell or like some higher level abilities, but they will specify.
Fair enough.
It'll say including the strike that triggered this ability. So it hits both of you guys with the hunk, and then it'll go after Tivin and Kathaw. But again, full negatives on this one. So against Tivin, natural 1. Against Kathaw, 11.
Nope.
So swinging wildly with this corpse here, we move to the Shamblers where there is only one left. This one was already attacking Tivin, so it's just going to keep attacking Tivin. Oh, miss. Last action, miss. Okay. Slapping you around. Okay. Here. We move to Komarov. This zombie is thrashing this corpse around, just swinging it in these big, wide arcs, trying to catch everyone it can. You're up.
Alexandra. Oh no, never mind. They held for last round, not this round. Never mind.
Oh wait, now that we're at the top here, this is what I was originally going to do. They're just gonna sort of shoot arrows wildly, and everything's gonna make a reflex save against their very low DC to take 3d8 damage because they're all firing bows and crossbows. So their DC is only 12 because they are level 1 low level guards. Let me double check that because it's not good. And the zombies are just gonna roll reflex saves, and that's how they'll contribute. Oh, the first one actually rolls an 18 and takes no damage. The other one rolls a 4, and he's going to take that 3d8 damage as they fire a bunch of arrows just sort of wildly into the area, and he's going to take 12, 14 piercing damage. And you hear like another "go team," and they're just sort of reloading crossbows and like just sort of shooting arrows past you guys. Now it's Komarov's turn.
Okay.
Also, the
Okay.
Giants flat off guard again.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you know what?
That's... What?
Oh, he can't use battle medicine on you again anyway. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll go after the last Shambler.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that kills it. Dead, no matter
Nice.
what.
Gorgeous.
There we go.
Third action. Well, we got reach. We'll try and pop it with the Earth Mace. Pop it.
Pop it. Miss it. All right, that felt disrespectful. That doesn't hit.
No, it went with the bit. I loved it.
That was pretty good.
Pop it.
Um,
Miss it. Oh.
Twist it, twirl it, spin it.
You say spin it, and the zombie is just flinging this guy around. Like, no.
Not
all
you.
Right, Magnus, what are you gonna do on the bop it?
Let's try this just to see if we can get them going on.
Here you go.
21 is just a little shy of its off guard crit, but that does hit it. Is it? Oh, it is still off guard. So go ahead and add your d6 there.
All right. Let's see where it is. Ooh.
Nice. So you do a 14 damage to this thing. It does not look like the fire does extra damage to it though.
I was hoping for the persistent burn.
Oh yeah, that would have been killer. Yeah. And you've got a pretty good chance of creating just a little shy. Oh my
and
gosh.
then I'll just cast shield for my last action, just in case something funky
Alright.
happens.
So Leoxandra has already 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Leoxandra is going to move right up to it and then make a stab. He does hit, not a crit. He does 1d4 plus 1 plus 1 damage. Um, which means he does 2, which means he does 12 slashing damage to it, and then he is going to leave. He leaves.
Mhm.
He runs up, cuts a big slash into its thigh, which is about eye level with someone who is like 5'9". This thing
Mhm.
is very big. And then he runs away, and he's like, "You got it, K5!" Cheering from the back there. K5, you're up.
Okay. Oh, so this is where it gets interesting. So she's gonna channel Smite into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This takes a lot.
That definitely hits. Let me look up a rule.
Hmm.
The target on it gets a failure. Okay, the wording of this is really specific and important. Um, my reading of your ability here, because I just went through the weakness thing. It has weakness against slashing and vitality damage. And
Hmm.
normally, if one pool of damage activates only the highest weaknesses, but this is two different things, and it is treated as such. It doesn't say you combine the damage. It says it gets an
Nope.
automatic failure on its save.
Yes.
Um, so both weaknesses do apply, and that is an official ruling and a proper one. So you do just so much damage to this thing. So you do 6 slashing damage, cutting it deep, and then the vitality damage courses through it, dealing another uh, 10, and then it takes another 20. So you do 36 damage to it, all told. Just this big, like you can see like the cavity of it fill with light as it's just burning away whatever enchantment is holding this thing together.
That's awesome.
Let me check its hit points. It is still up, but it is now. It went from looking like, yeah, I can do this all day, to being like, no, I can't. Pretty fast. Any other actions from Katha? I think that's just 2.
That's 2.
Mhm.
And only one of them is an attack.
Mhm.
So she can take a second attack with her sword.
14 hits. It's off guard. Um, just barely, and by just barely, I mean it's 13. It's off guard. It's 13. So you do another 20 slashing damage to it. Huge turn from Katha against this thing. It is looking pretty bad, but will it get another turn? Tivin, it's up to you. Does it get another turn?
God, I hope so. Or hope not. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, you
Your
hope so?
true allegiance comes out. My
I just walk
minions are
away.
being beaten
You're on
so
your own.
easy.
All right. So let's have it make its will DC.
9, 15.
That fails.
Okay.
-2 to hit everybody else.
Alrighty.
All right. Let's smack it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, come on, come on. Ah! Yeah, baby.
25 is a critical hit, so you do
Wow.
14 damage on that one.
Wah, ah. And then second attack.
22. Not a crit, but the 8 does do it in.
Fuck.
It does not get a second turn, and all of these corpses that I had here don't apply. The guys continuously firing crossbow bolts continue to fire them in right past Tivin, like concerningly close to you the whole time as it goes down.
Valid.
And then everyone comes up into the room and they're like everyone contributed to this success.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
not
sure.
wrong.
Everyone
Oh,
helped.
not to dispute it.
Magnus, you were using detect magic when you came in here. There is one aura coming from sort of the pile of zombies as they've sort of moved forward and the sort of lingering nature of the spell was happening.
All right, I will move around and try to see if I can pinpoint what it could possibly be.
Yeah, so you do the whole like triangulate, moving in and out because of the wording of uh the detect magic.
The pinging
And it
sonar.
yeah, it looks like it's coming from the corpse that had been used as a hammer.
Okay.
It's got sort of this nice bracelet on that has like silver like twisting inlays.
Okay.
Komarov will drag the bodies out of the water.
Oh, like into
Yeah,
the hallway.
Katha will help.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you drag all of these. Like the little ones are fine. The big one takes some doing. But it had been, uh, as I previously stated, it had been sort of hollowed out, so it's not as much meat as there had been. So mostly it's just the skeleton, but it is still a heavy skeleton. Go ahead and make a either Arcana or Occultism check to try and identify this item.
Okay, and I'll do read aura before that, so I'll get the +2 to that.
Oh, perfect.
Let's add that real fast. Ooh,
Actually, that's on a line. Let me double check what these DCs are, because I sort of had
oh,
one in my
I rolled
head
a
and then
2, so
oh wow. um, is anybody else trained in Arcana that can help? Not anyone that I have on the field.
Nope.
nope.
no.
We'll wait till
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I can
yeah. I
give
mean,
my expert opinion.
Komarov, that shit, that shit looks like it's worth some money.
It looks like
Shiny.
city folk stuff. It's probably not even really magic. It's just your spell not working.
I mean, Katha could do detect magic and confirm that the spell's working, but she doesn't have occultism or arcana to help.
Yeah. You know,
We can just hold
okay,
on to it till tomorrow.
there's actually not a specified one here. Those were just the ones that made sense.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so I think in theory you could try with
I could
other.
try with
Yeah,
religion.
you could. Yeah, you could try with religion. I just sort of pointed at the ones that Magnus would be good at.
Mm,
um, yeah, go ahead and try.
oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah, you know what this thing is. This is what's called in certain circles they would call this a bracelet of dashing. It gives you a +1 bonus to acrobatic checks, and once a day for a minute you get a 10-foot status bonus to your speeds.
Oh, nice.
No.
I'm not slow anymore.
For 1 minute a day, you can be you can be a little faster than everyone instead of a little slower than everyone.
Mhm.
I'm a lot slower than everybody.
I'm not actually sure what Tivin's speed is. Uh,
50.
uh, 15, not 20.
No, well, it's 20 as a base, but it's because of my armor. I'm only -5 instead of 10.
Wow.
Oh,
Just doing
okay.
great with these rolls for healing.
Right?
A 3 and then a 2. Amazing. This is bad Walker.
All right, everyone. So you've been hanging out here trying to identify this bracelet. The water here, it does look like there is some sort of spring here. Like whatever mess is in the water now looks like it will eventually sort of naturally wash out. Everyone that isn't trying to identify an item, go ahead and give me a perception check. I will roll for. Lee Exchanger will actually just give Tivin the help action because that makes the most sense for me not having NPCs do everything. So Tivin gets a 7.
There
uh,
you
so you're in
There's
this
so
room.
many twos.
Yeah, so you guys are rolling. You guys are tired. There have been a lot of fights in this place in a pretty short amount of time. You've been in here for like 2.5 hours, and it's been pretty much nonstop fights.
Yeah.
Even with like the moments you've taken to do any healing.
I think Tibbin's gonna sit down and take a minute and fix his shield.
Yeah, so Tivin sits down, fixing his shield. Everyone else is sort of looking at this bracelet. Komarov is trying to take the water around him and use it to heal himself.
Well, at least something's working. We're getting higher, which is good.
God, you just roll. Are they all ones? What's going on? Oh, you multiple fours.
One
Okay.
of them is a
Yeah.
one. But
I was
every
like, what are
time,
you-
one of them has been a one this session.
Jesus.
Okay, Katha is gonna use a lay on hands on herself.
Okay, so you guys taking a minute to heal up. Tivin, what's your off guard AC?
Well, that's a good question. It would be 16, right? Because it's normal minus 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
So while Tegan is sitting down fussing with the shields, Katha is sort of looking at this bracelet and then laying on hands. Everyone is sort of down where the zombies are. Tivin, you feel something sharp come up. You didn't hear the door open, and this guy rolled really well on his stealth. You take. Okay, it's just 1d6. You take 17 piercing damage, and from the other side of the door, you see this thing also sort of creeping out. So this is another human thrall, and then a Smirtzuk coming up. Everyone, re-roll initiative while you are in the middle of healing. These guys jump you.
Oh, this is great.
They've been waiting for that zombie Hulk to move for days. You don't know that necessarily, but they heard it move and they were like, get him, get him.
They smell of desperation. And now they smell of dwarven blood.
It's like cinnamon. Is that how it always is?
Yes, cinnamon.
Correct. We call it sandalwood.
Oh, and then Sandra. Oh, actually, he rolled really good. Okay, so Tivin, this guy rolls up, stabs you one time, and is like, the new gods will defeat the old gods. Yeah, and just pulls this giant knife out. Alexander is going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10. Move right out and be like, no, 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 and he's gonna just try to stab this dude. Or actually, he's gonna use a medicine check to look at this guy to get like a bonus damage on him. He succeeds on that, and then he'll make his strike. Normal hit against this dude. So now he does an extra 2d6 against this dude. Yeah. So Leoxandra does 6 damage to this dude that has fully come up on you, and stabbed you, and now you're not like fully alone in that. Next up is this dude though. This dude goes from stabbing Tivin to fully stabbing Leoxandra. So he is going to. He's going to attempt to trip Leoxandra. He gets a 17. Leoxandra falls down. And then he's going to stab with the -4 because he's using a short sword. He gets a 22 to Leoxandra's flat-footed, which is not quite a crit, but it is sneak attack. So he does do. Oh no, where's his bonus? He does do 10 damage to Leoxandra, and then he's gonna stab one more time and misses that second one. So Leoxandra takes 10 points of slashing damage as he's sort of run up to make sure Tivin wasn't just assassinated fully. And Leoxandra is like, I have a lot less hit points than you than you guys do. I am sort of a back of the line guy.
Yeah, I cannot figure out why he ran up there, but I
It's
appreciate
because
it.
he's so
It's
brave.
mostly because I felt bad looking at the initiative. I was like, I don't want Tivin to be up there alone, just to get murked potentially. But then we move. So this guy shoves Leoxandra down into the water and stabs him once really hard. Unfortunately, next up is the Smut Zerk, and it is going to continue going after Tivin. Tivin, you're no longer off guard. Like, I know you're sitting. I do think there's technically a penalty for that, but you're also a warrior. Now your guard is up.
Yeah.
And I did jump you guys already, so you already took the penalty of that. So it's just going to roll up and try to bite you. So it gets a 21.
Um, sure.
Sure.
Well,
We don't have reactions yet because we haven't got
yeah,
them.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah. You were surprised. So that is 16 piercing damage
Jeez. Okay.
from the bite, and then it will attempt to make a claw attack at the -4, and it will fully miss that one. So move, claw, bite. We move to Magnus. Magnus, these guys have burst out through this
Man.
door up here, which I don't think I actually revealed well enough, and I would like
You
to
really
apologize
didn't.
for that. I really didn't. I can see it, and I forget that you guys
That one
can't
right
see it. The zombie Hulk was standing in front
There.
of a door. I
Yeah.
should have described that. I am sorry. This came I meant for this to come out of nowhere. This came way more out of nowhere than I intended. I forget you guys can't see everything I can see. So I'm gonna apologize for that. I'm sorry. There's a door in the back of this room,
We all rolled
and
really poorly. It's fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
you rolled bad enough that you probably didn't notice the door. The light source is back here. You're all in the light. It's sort of dark outside. I am still sorry. They burst out through this door, having the largest obstacle removed from it by you guys, and sort of looking like they're on their way out. They instead stop to attack Tivin. And
Yeah,
it is your turn.
I'd like to add Tivin is not healthy.
Yeah, Tivin looks like between these two, they've done a huge chunk. He also didn't heal properly from the previous combat where he was bludgeoned continuously by a giant.
We prevented a lot of that
Every-
damage.
Everything, yeah, bludgeoned me with everything and the kitchen sink.
All right, I'm moving up, and then I'm going to zap the two creatures.
Okay. So we'll start with the human. Reflex save. Oh, he rolls super bad. Failure on that one, and then a failure for the other one. So they both take the full 5. So that's a move and cast a spell.
Yep.
Alrighty. Komarov.
All right. Well, first we'll move up. Then we'll see if this works better for Tiffin. Nope.
No.
Get to
Whoa, you've been rolling 2d8? I thought you were rolling like 1d6.
no
Mm-mm.
2d8. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
think
Wow,
what
you've
5 was the
not.
highest so far.
Yeah, you got
Uh,
5 on one and you've rolled a
5.
1 every time?
Yep.
Rough.
And then we'll attack the Smartzuck for our last action. Yeah.
15 doesn't hit them. This thing
Okay.
sort of shies away, the water scraping across its already damaged shell. You see
Mhm.
that like these things have been in conflict for a while. We move to Kathar.
Feel like it should get a +1 to hit because we're in water.
I think there's
Okay.
abilities for that he has to take on purpose.
Okay, she's gonna get there, and then she's gonna do a full 2-action heal on Tiven.
And he will appreciate it greatly.
Wow!
Nice.
So that's 19 plus
35?
16, 35.
That puts me back up to 48. You
Wait, I
just gave
thought.
me half my health right back.
Oh no, the bonus is static. Yeah, you still roll dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bonus was static, but a 9 and a 10 I'm not complaining about.
No, that's huge. That's huge. Um. Oh, that's a 2-action hit from
That's
Kathar.
the 2
So
action for her. Yeah. That's why it
all
was so
right.
much.
Yeah, yeah.
So she moved and did a 2-action heal.
All right. Tivin, it is now your turn. You've been brought to a very low hit point damage rate, and then brought right back up to something very actionable, and you are sort of not surrounded, I guess, but like they're definitely
No,
accosting
I wish I
you.
was surrounded. I'm trying to get flanked.
Keep trying, and nothing lives long enough.
That's all right. Yeah. So let's ever stand stance.
Mhm.
I will.
You like drop your shield repair tools onto the ground, and you hold it up like a. you like enter your stance very properly, I imagine.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, and then I'm going to the guy behind me. One, he hit me hard, and also
Yeah.
the Alexandra's right there.
Mm.
So, hoping an 18 will hit.
18 does hit this guy. So this guy's like definitely a lot more mobile than the zombies were, but that still gets him. So he takes
Good.
8 from that.
Well, it just raises my shield also. So that was like the big thing I was worried about.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 2, and then my third action. Yeah, let's try to pepper him. Same guy. Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
10 will miss. So Tippin stands from the bench, dons his shield, and just bashes this dude right in the face. We move back to him.
Yeah, I like to imagine he's the same height when he's standing as when he was sitting.
Yeah. Okay, Alexandra is going to. This guy doesn't have a reaction. Not that Alexandra would know that. He stands up, strikes out again with his knife. That does not hit. And then Alexandra is going to back up to the wall over here. Just backing right up into it. So he
Don't
swings out,
meld into
stands,
the
swings
wall.
out, and yeah, he backs right up into the wall. And then Bergie Berg is gonna step into the flanking, and he's going to attempt to strike out, hit Tivin again, and he says another crazy thing like, "Your blood for the new gods," something along those lines.
Careful,
He
you're getting a
sounds,
little bit close to 40K.
yeah, no, it. I'm trying not to, but it's like
I know.
it's in
You're
uh, 26 against your off guard, unless you have a way of preventing off guard. I'm not positive.
I don't. I don't think I do, but it's not a crit anyways.
Yeah, now I'm gonna pop him.
All right, I will shield block then.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
And does he want to move or does he want to be off guard?
this guy will. Hmm. Hmm. He will be off guard.
Okay.
The total damage, without anything having been removed, I'm not doing any math besides what's in front of me, is
It's just
14.
-8, whatever it is.
Yep.
Mm,
So I think that's just 6.
So my shield blocks it.
Yeah. So you put up your shield, bash this dude, he's off guard. But then we move to. Oh, he's got one more action. I guess he might as well.
Yeah.
He might as well try. So that is 12, 18. I don't think that
18
does
will
it with your
not.
shield up. Yeah.
19 is
Um,
my shield raised.
yeah. So that guy swings out. We do move, however, to the Smirtzuck, and it is going to bite into you again, or at least
Okay.
attempt to. Oh, that is a 19 on the dice, which makes it 29 against your
Ooh, that is a
off
crit.
guard. Yeah, so this guy wanted this thing to have the flank, and that's the only reason it
That's okay.
is a flank. So that's 11, 13, 14, 34, 40 total.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, it bites into you and pulls a full chunk of you off. And then
Jesus.
it is going to uh, next. It's going to take its claw. That one is only a 16.
That misses.
And
I
then
got,
for the
hold on.
last one, it's
Oh my god.
hold on.
You said
What's up?
42.
No,
What's
just
the damage
40.
type?
Piercing.
40.
It's a
40.
bite.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, shit. All right. So I have 8 hit points left. Awesome.
With its last action, it's going to go from. So this thing, I thought was the one that did the most healing. It swings out with its tail, sort of a Hail Mary. It's got big reach with its tail. I don't think that gets it. It's a 10 total. Big penalties, but you see that it sees you guys see some kind of gears rolling. Like it looks like this big bug, and it looks like they sort of act a little erratically, but it also attacked the healer. You
Mm.
know, it lashes out with its tail. Seeing that Tivin is weak, it wanted to sort of clear up any healing potential up. So we move to Magnus.
All right. Let's go ahead and attempt to identify the human-looking creature.
All right.
The society.
Yes. With the because we're not playing with level, that does succeed. So you identify this guy, but just barely. So this guy is a burglar, a standard burglar. He has like This guy jumps into houses. He's good at running around and not being seen, and he stabs pretty good.
All right. Well, let's see if he likes being on fire. Oh, dang it.
No,
You might
He
want to
doesn't
hero
like it.
point that.
yeah, we're
Yeah, we're getting there. Yep, I will do that. So, which I will do. Just roll it again. Okay.
a 13 doesn't do it.
Ah,
Unfortunate. So yeah, you're looking at this dude. You see like the way he's moving. You also identify. You've identified this before. I will say that on that identify, you see that like he is no longer like a fully standard human. There's an in between of the infection where you've gone to a certain point of no return. So he hasn't done the full transformation. You guys seen a augmented transformation with those giants that were being used as big nests. But you also now are seeing these people that are definitely infected, but are also not like they didn't explode when you killed them. And it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with them. They have this like sickly pallor to them, and it otherwise looks like that opens up an avenue of influence onto them. So otherwise, they are their standard guys. Um, so I'll give you that with that identify as well. Komarov.
Right. Um, he looks a little bit easier to kill, so I think, and his positioning's better. So I think we're going to try and concentrate on the guy. So we're going to hunt prey on him, and then we are going to. Well, here we go. We're going to try and demoralize this person. Tell them that his bugs are weak and will never take over anything.
This is against a will save.
Yeah, his will DC.
His will DC. You say his bugs are weak, and he just sort of looks at Tiven and he's like, "I don't think you are correct." Doesn't work.
Yeah. And we'll try and him. Oh,
Jesus.
good.
Um,
Damage wasn't great, but we'll take it.
yeah, that's still 12. What kind of damage is it? It doesn't matter a lot,
Um,
but you might as
yeah,
well.
I'm trying to think.
ooh,
We'll do cold.
Cold
That's what
damage?
their kind deserves.
Yeah. You do this cold damage to him, sort of freezing him over in retaliation of him being like, no, getting him pretty icy on the outside. Um, is that all your actions?
Yeah.
Okay. And we move to Ketha.
Yeah. Okay, well, guess it's a full round of healing into Tiven. So, start with lay on hands. That gives you 12 immediately. +2 for your AC as well.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And then I'll use another 2-action heal. Not bad. 13 plus 16 is 29.
29, 49.
Yep.
Right back up to where you were.
But that's everything I've got.
All right.
Okay.
We move to Tiven.
Your
Perfect.
dreams seem true.
Hey guys, look at this. Quick reversal. So smash the Zug Zug. Oh well, all right, yeah. So first things first. I'm gonna do that, but first things first. It's gonna be
Oh.
Everstand Strike into the Zug.
Okay.
So come on. No! Son of a
Unfortunate.
bitch! God damn it. All right. Well, I don't raise my shield. That's okay. So first action, second action will be 2 hits, 1 against each at this
Okay.
at -5 MAP.
Uh,
So that's against the Zug. Nope. And that's against the burglar.
that does hit him.
And that's okay. And then my last action is going to be to raise my fucking shield.
All right.
That's okay.
Tibbin does. What does your double strike look like? Do you just sort of spin?
Think of like a riot shield, and I like punch with one, and then like elbow, but it's actually the end of my shield, and then I set it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you punch ahead, and then you swing back, and then you rest it in front of you in this big arc.
Yeah.
Move to Leoxandra, who is pretty hurt, but is going to step here, make an attack against this guy. It's not a crit. He does hit him though. He's still got his fun little bonus because he identified this guy's weak points. And he's like, the soft parts get hit more. And actually, he rolled pretty well this time. So, 5, 9, 12.
Nice.
Stabs this guy for 12 damage. Oh, actually, he is off guard right now. That is a
Yes.
crit.
Nice.
So 12,
24.
14, 15. He does 27.
Nice.
He does
This is why I
27.
love you. Well, one of the reasons. You're very
This
good
is a
with knife.
There's a weird reason, and I haven't done this very often. He backs up again.
You're doing very good at this.
You're doing it, Peter.
You're killing a man.
He's not a man anymore, probably.
Probably. Okay. So the burglar is going to. Man, it is annoying that Tivin keeps coming back. It is annoying that Tivin keeps coming back. So he's going to attack Kathaw. He doesn't know you're out of heals. And you look harder to push over than Leoxandra. Leoxandra has the body shape of someone that's easy to bully, and he is correct. So this guy's just going to try to stab you. He gets a 17.
Nope.
Nope. All right. And then he'll just sort of do it again. 17 again.
That still stabs armor.
Yeah. Haymaker. Actually, this one is only a 10. Failed turn, but he holds the flank there. So this guy's bleeding, and this guy's. Oh, I'm sorry. Take away all of that turn. I just looked at his hit point total. He died.
Oh.
So Leoxandra comes up, crits on him, stabs him right in the neck, backs up. This guy turns, spraying blood all over Komarov and Kathaw, stabs ineffectually and bounces off Kathaw's armor, falling into the water and just passing away in the middle of an attack. So that none of that happened, and he missed all of them.
I kind of appreciate the.
Also, can we have the fucking warriors come in and shoot arrows?
Yeah, no kidding.
They're just
They're
just mouth agape, going, "Oh my gosh!"
Magnus, you do a really shitty job of telling your people what to do.
They pulled their lunches out and they say, "We're union. This is."
Oh,
They're conserving their arrows.
You're mercenaries. We're union. We get this phrase.
I mean, that's valid.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so the Spartak is going to sort of, seeing that Tivin is immortal, is going to abandon him and going to go for Komarov. The immortal Tivin is no longer the focus. Bite 15.
Miss.
Miss. Claw. This is actually -4. 25.
Hit.
Guess what?
Intercept,
There's
strike, bloom yourself.
so many things.
I take the hit.
Oh, I think I don't think it's gonna do enough damage to overcome both of those things. So Tivin takes 10 damage, which is reduced to 0, I think.
It's just
Well, I
they're
don't get
both
double
the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't get double resistance, so I take 2.
4. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Oh,
I
okay.
have 2.
Oh yeah.
I have
Yeah. You have your
armor
thing.
specialization. Yeah, always.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's right. So it does 10 total slashing damage with its claw.
Yeah, and I take 2.
Yeah, and then we'll
So.
do a second claw. This one with the miss chance.
Yep.
This one is 15 total, though. I don't think that hits.
That misses.
Okay.
Wahahaha.
All right.
Lucky.
So Tivin
I'm staring that
intercedes.
pepper down.
Yeah. This
You're
thing is.
me.
Okay. Magnus, you are up.
All right. Now let's just keep on thinking some spells at him. Let's try to burn him as well.
Oh yeah.
Critical on that one. So that moves to 14 fire damage, and it is actively on fire.
And the problem is we're standing in water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the part of it on fire is above water.
Yeah.
At
It's
the
gotta
moment.
take action to utilize
Yeah,
the water.
my hair.
Oh my god. Don't do that to me. Because I'm old enough to
No.
remember that Pepsi commercial.
I know.
Okay. Shields. Komarov, you're up.
So I know how standable is this square.
That square goes into a pit where the natural spring water is coming from. So, can you stand on water?
No.
Actually,
like,
I will
yeah.
say that the corner there next to it, probably standable. Treating this like a 10-foot burst, the very corners of that cube are fine to stand in.
Okay. We're going to give the church builder the slow, easy path. So we're gonna move here, and then here. Well, it's one action. We'll hunt prey.
I haven't been using its reaction. Damn, darn, dink donk.
And
That's entirely on you because we don't know what its
No,
reaction is.
No, yeah. Actually, I think it hasn't actually been hit that much.
Yeah,
I
it
think it's
hasn't
only
been hit by
slightly.
anything that actually causes it.
Yeah, no, just the fire,
um,
which doesn't make it react.
Which
So
doesn't make it pop.
yeah,
yeah, we'll try and spook it.
okay, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
It
Alright.
looks at you with its eyeless, sort of like shelled head and like chittering jaws, mandibles.
Mhm.
So you hunt prey, you move, you intimidate.
I at least rolled over a 5. I'm
You did
happy.
roll over a 5. All right, we move to Katha.
Okay, well, she will take the 5 foot to take the flank. Even though she remembers that by stabbing this stupid thing, it's gonna shoot acid at her.
Yep.
But here's her sword.
18 hits. Go ahead and make that reflex save.
Like your best save. Look at that.
You take
Nothing.
1 acid damage. It rolled a 1.
Oh, okay.
18 hits.
It's a save
an-
attack.
It takes another 9. Remarkably consistent. You make the exact same sword move twice, and one of them gets a little bit of acid on your arm. Just kind of a little bit. All right,
That's all I've
step,
got.
yeah, step, strike, strike. Now we're up to Tivin.
Awesome. I like where I'm at. Let's do some. I mean, rinse and repeat, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm.
So let's do that. And do I punch him?
19 hits,
I
and
did.
takes that 11.
Then let's taunt him because I like where he's at. And second strike. Come on.
That hits.
So yeah, DC 16 will save.
Oh, yes, yes. It gets a 16, so normal success.
Yeah, so it's just, he's just stuck there, and he gets +2 to hit me, but -1 everybody else.
Him being stuck there sucks so bad.
So that's a big reason why I moved from the reach pike to the ever stand stance is because once they're taunted, they can't leave my reach.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's longer if I have the pike.
Oh, now I'm just imagining you as like a tiny sprite going, yeah, I'm in your square. You could never
Yeah.
leave.
Well, I like the idea. I have a face on my shield, so I'm liking the idea that my shield is like biting them. It's like, no, you can't go nowhere.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. All right, yeah, so it takes all that damage. Is that everything from
Yeah, that's 3 actions.
Kevin? Okay, perfect.
I don't know. Alexander likes to be flanked, so maybe you want to go here?
I mean, I think Alexandra is actually gonna just sort of not.
Stay out of
was
it.
like, Alexander's like, I'll fight a guy, I'll fight a dude, and like you guys, the zombies aren't that strong, but this thing could like, it can see the chunk where. It's been healed over now, but it can see the chunk like where the flesh is new off of Tivin's body, and he's like, that kills me outright. I'm done. I'm back here. Alexander foregoes his turn. The Smertzuk can't leave your reach. That's the wording of it.
That's the wording. It can't leave reach. So it can
Alright.
battle dance around him.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it moves around
Yeah,
here.
except for it goes to move, and I have reactive strike because I'm
Yeah.
I'm also a
Go,
fighter.
go ahead and make your reactive strike.
No map, right?
No map.
I believe not.
Okay.
25 hits. It's not a crit though, but it's very close. You do 8 damage. It's looking really, really hurt.
Every little bit
It
helps.
Yeah, it's sort of like you're holding on to it with these like big teeth and jaws on your shield, and it like spins around. And as it moves, you just like sort of bash the shield into it again, rocking it back. And it's going to try and reach over the shield and bite you with a natural 3. It does not. It will attempt one more bite attempt actually with a lower success rate than other things, but it gets a 22, which is
Yeah.
a 24 because of the taunt, or 23. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, it's still a hit.
Yeah. And then you've got your flash of grandeur reducing the damage, which is fair and good. Oh, mean damage. 12, 19 piercing damage from that one.
Okay.
Reduced to
13.
12. 13. Jeez.
Yeah.
And then its last action will. No, it moved. Okay. It moved. It bites twice. It gets you a little bit on one. And we move to Magnus. Magnus, this thing looks. Roll that d4.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Or is it 2d4?
Actually, it
It's
would be
a
2d4.
D4, and then it's double. So it takes 6.
It should be just 2d4 for the.
Yeah, I think this one is a standard. So it takes 5. That kills it.
Yeah.
So Tivin bashes it as it's rolling around. It bites down on him, and then it's trying to run away. And Magnus, you're just staring at it, and the fire just sort of collapses it. Tivin and Tivin and Katha, go ahead and make that reflex save. As it does, it still explode.
Okay, so. Oh, look. Wow.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, Katha.
Did I hero
Katha's
point
critical.
already?
I
You have,
I don't
I don't think you
know.
have.
I
I
don't
think only
remember.
Mike and I have hero pointed.
Yeah, I don't think I
Yeah.
have.
So Tivin,
Hero
you'll take half.
point!
Yeah, I'll hero point it. And it's a
Come on.
+2 against AoE. Or +3 against AoE from my armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
21 passes. So the total damage is
24.
13 acid damage. Yeah, so you both normal pass, take half damage. So you both take 6 total.
Okay. Damn.
And both of you avoid persistent damage, and that's kind of like the worst thing.
The big thing.
Yeah, so this thing explodes. It comes out here with this weird acolyte talking about blood and new gods. Having just jumped you guys from this room, which was previously concealed by darkness and large zombie. So you guys are standing there, like breathing hard after this surprise fight while you were sort of winding down to heal. And Leoxandra's standing there back against the wall. He turns and looks at everyone. He says, I can hear chanting
Yeah.
Can you
coming from beyond the
identify
wall.
it?
And I'll
Oh, yeah,
fill
no,
in Kate in a whisper with the information, whatever the burglar whispered in my ear, something blood of the blood god or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, mean anything to you, Katha?
I don't
And
know.
then I'll take
Does
a second
it?
to fish my repair kit out of the water.
Yeah, you just sit down and start repairing your shield again. Yeah, if you guys want to go up to where
Keith will
Alexander is.
probably try and get there to listen. And she'll extinguish the light.
Oh, Leoxandra can hear it from the wall.
Yeah, it's that loud. Or the wall is reverberating. I don't know. I don't need 10 minutes to repair. I only need 1. I have quick repair.
Wow, nice. Leoxandra
keep-
will.
Assuming we have the 1 minute. If we don't, that's fine. But if we do have the 1 minute, can I keep the 23 I rolled earlier? Or do I need to roll again for the craft?
No, you can keep that. you can absolutely keep that.
I can't believe my shield took 6 damage. Holy hell.
I do have work tonight, so this would be
yeah.
a pretty good place.
No, this is a good stopping spot. Go ahead and make perception checks though. What languages does everyone speak?
Good
Common and Orcish.
Common, Orcish.
It was Old Elvish, Common, Dwarven, Orcish. I keep forgetting to figure out what the other some major languages are because I have 2 more.
Katha, I think you can identify this language, but it does not appear that you speak this
Speak it.
language, and also you can't hear it very well. You're not getting it. Everyone else is sort of in the way. You got a lot of clanking going on, but you can hear sort of mumbling coming from this. Tivin, you can see in the wall where there is
Oh.
there is sort of a seam that has been obfuscated with some natural-looking stone, and
Oh.
you can hear what sounds like chanting in a language you don't speak.
Oh, interesting.
Go ahead and make a society check for me, or a religion check if you would like, since you're the one that made the check.
You said society or religion?
Yes.
We'll do society. I'm trained in both, but society is too higher. So.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus, sweet RNG Jesus. Yeah, that's about right.
7. You can't identify the language, but it sounds like it's definitely chanting, and it's one voice, and you identify it as one voice, and it doesn't sound like a natural voice, but it is like speech.
Sure.
It's not like guttural. It is like enunciated speech. So you get the sense of like this weight coming from the door. And Katha, you can't hear really what's going on, but you can tell that like there's nothing in the room ahead of you. It looks like it's been wrecked, and you can hear stuff coming from around the corner. So you think they probably lead to the same place, but there's just this other avenue in there. So you hear this ominous chanting coming from the last, deepest part of this underground smuggler's cave that is a repurposed ancient lighthouse. Um,
The
and you
just for my 2 cents, the chanting doesn't sound like it's tempoing up. Is it consistent? But you know how like in RPGs, there's like a crescendo, like
consistent.
whoa, like there's a crescendo. We're not.
No,
Like,
it's
I don't.
consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty you don't think, like, you didn't roll great, but like that is a really specific question that I think even low, like you could definitely see the fluctuations in it. It sounds like if it's ramping up, it's on the earlier side of that thing.
Fair enough.
So like you might be able to check back in and monitor like, oh, now it sounds like it's on a time frame potentially. But it does sound purposeful. Like it doesn't sound like prayer. It sounds like doing.
Last
And we
thing
will.
for me would just
Mhm.
be try to heal up Alexandra. Oh, we got more than the 3.
Hey, yeah.
Yay.
You heal him for a 6, and he's like, "You're doing so well. That was
That's
so much
the
healing.
highest this entire
You're
session.
learning.
That was so much healing. I'm barely hurt at all anymore." He gives you a hug, and he's like rubs your hair, and he's like, "Tiven, let's sit down and show me where you were bit really bad."
Yeah, just peruse my body and look for where the tattoos are missing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he gets a critical success. Go ahead and roll 48. 48 plus. Oh, what does he do? Yeah, 48
Oh,
plus 10.
so we have 10 minutes?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, Tiven is the only one that
Okay.
really hears it. He's like, if this is a long thing, it's not at the end.
Yeah. So
So you
48
guys,
plus what?
so 48
Plus
plus 10.
Plus 10. Okay.
Yeah, Alexander
Nope,
does the
20.
expert check.
right.
And that is where we will
Woo.
leave it off. Brian's got to go to work.
That puts
Yeah,
me to
you
full.
heal 34. That takes 10 minutes. You guys
Ah!
can
Yeah.
do
Keitha
10-minute
is
activities.
refocusing.
Yes.
So
These guys
she
come
has
up now.
healing again.
After 10 minutes go by, they're like, okay, 15's over. We're in. Locked
Yeah,
in.
Problem.
Okay, we're
Gonna
back.
get a
And
sword in something.
yeah, they're like, whoo, ooh, good break, needed, necessary. All right, and we will investigate the last room here the next time we play, which I believe is on the 4th.
Yes.
Another week. Well, a little.
Well,
You know what I mean.
yeah, a little more than a week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And there will not be a Baldur's Gate stream tomorrow, but I think Tony might be doing Specialty?
Yeah, I don't know the game yet. I'm gonna do a treasure trove, so it might be Once Human. It could be Diablo. I haven't decided. It just
Okay.
yeah.
But there will be a stream tomorrow, 11 to 1, so check that out.
Yep.
Other than that, have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yay.
All right. Have a good night.